Hi, so in this video we're going to look at calculating percentages. So first of all we're going to have a think about where we might come across percentages. So here's one example. In the sales, 10% off, you often get 20% off. This is a common place for you to come across percentages. This one I'm sure most of you have seen from your phone or your laptop or your tablet, the percentage charge you have. Even my 7-year-old is very familiar with this one. 10%, so this is an incline or the steepness of a hill, and perhaps money, interest, or when you borrow then you have to pay the interest back on it. So these are some examples. I'm sure you can think of more. So we're going to start out with some basic ones. So first of all, to work out 50% of a number, you would divide it by 2. So an example, 50% of 50, £25. And 50% of £250, again we divide it by 2, which gives us £125. So now we'll look at working out 25%, which is dividing by 4. Or it's the same as working out 50% and then halving that. So 25% of £50, if we divide it by 4, £12.50. And 25% of £250, again divide it by 4, and we get £62.50. So the next one we'll look at is working out 10%, and this is a really useful one because you can scale it up or you can divide it down to make a lot of different numbers. So to work out 10%, we divide by 10. So 10% of 50 is £5. And 10% of £250 is £25. So to get 20%, we double 10%. So 20% of 50, we can work out 10% is £5. So 20% is double the 5, which gives us £10. And 20% of £250, we just worked out what 10% was. So again, double this 10% to give us £50. So 5% is half of 10%. So here the 10% is coming in useful. Again, we know that 10% of £50 is £5 because we've worked that out. So to work out 5%, we half it, which gives us £2.50. And similarly, 5% of £250, we already know what 10% is. So if we can half that £25, we get £12.50, which is 5%. So we can combine these different methods for finding different percentages to make different numbers. So 45% of 80, well, we know 10% is £8 because we divide 80 by 10. We could then multiply 10% by 4 to give us 40%. So £8 times 4 is £32. So we've got the 40%, we just need the 5%, which we can do from halving the 10%, the £8. So 5% gives us £4. So to work out 45%, we just add those two numbers together to give us £36.